They are intentionally planning to have brownouts, meaning they will shut the power off this winter and you will be left in the dark and in the cold. Are you ready? Are you getting ready? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So are we doing as much as we need to when it comes to our power grid? We have so many things at play right now when it comes to attacks on America, and our infrastructure is already at a weakened state. And if you want to add winter to that, the possibility of not having power during some of the coldest months to come, we are in a world of trouble. So they are saying that much of the U.S. power grid is at risk of failure during major storms or prolonged cold snaps this winter. And that was said by a top energy regulator this past Wednesday. The North American Electric Reliability Corporation said that much of the central and eastern U.S. is at elevated risk of failure. The risk every region east of the Rocky Mountains except for the southeast and upstate New York. While the regulator said grids can handle a normal winter load, keyword normal, any prolonged wide area cold snaps will be challenging due to the extra strain that is put on the power generators. Because you got to think about it. We are expanding with these electric vehicles and things like that. Our power grid was not set up to handle anything like that. They want to change things up and make things more easier, they say, but they're not upgrading any of the systems that we have. Extra cold weather events can cause electricity demands to deviate significantly from historical forecasts. The growth of intermittent resources like solar generation on the distribution system and uncertainty. It's not uncertainty. We're not capable of taking such heavy loads like that. So once again, they strongly recommend that operators take the necessary steps to prepare for winter. And that includes you as well. Last December, Winter Storm Elliott left hundreds of thousands without power throughout the Southeast and New England after prolonged extreme temperatures stressed the power infrastructure. More than 60%, okay, of the U.S. population was placed under a winter storm advisory for that storm, with power outages impacting people up and down the East Coast. The entire country's electric generation failed during that storm. A similar bomb cyclone that happened in 2021 in Texas almost completely shutting down the state's energy grid. Over 4.5 million people went without power, some for days. And the deregulated energy market shot up prices for consumers, sparking calls for radical changes. But y'all, those changes are not going to come. They're not going to put the money into that infrastructure. So what can you do, to protect your family from the possibility that if a good winter storm coming, and we know we are dealing with El Nino this year, we're going to all be without power? Do you have a backup source of heat? Do you have backup source for your water? Because if the power is down, the water systems are down. They're not going to be able to filtrate through their systems because they won't have power or not adequate backup power. So to prepare, the regulator urged local utility managers to properly plan and practice what to do if the power demands become unsustainable, including how to manage load shedding throughout rolling brownouts. And I told you guys in a previous video, if the system becomes overwhelmed, that's when they're going to start doing brownouts. And for those who don't know what the brownout is, those are planned power outages. Not a regular power outage. Is when the company itself says, hey, we cannot handle this load. we're going to have to shut power down to certain areas during certain times in order to maintain. And so that means people will be going without power intentionally for hours, if not days. So I wanted to bring that to you guys. You know, let me know in the comments, what would you do if you did not have power? Do you have a solar generator? Do you have a gas generator? Anything that can get heat to your home. Do you have a Berkey? I still don't have my Berkey, but we do have other forms of water that we can use. I showed y'all the tanks that we have downstairs. Although we use them for our fish tank, we do have fresh water in one of them, and we will definitely use that if we had to use it. I also use my old dish detergent, not dish detergent, but clothes, the detergent bottles. I fill those up with water. I use those for cleaning if I have to. Use whatever you can, any kind of juice bottle, whatever. Put water in that and set it aside. Make sure you're not sitting it directly on the concrete. Put some kind of board, or whether it's a wood board or cord board, put something between it and the concrete. Don't just store it directly on the floor. And make sure you have adequate lighting, your flashlights, your candles, whatever it is you can use, your garden sticks. I use those as well. It's going to be a harsh winter. And if we're not trying to prepare now by getting shelf-stable food, our medications, warm blankets, etc. Some people even buy the plastic, so that way if they do go without power, they can all concentrate in one room. They can seal that room off, so that way, you know, not a whole lot of cold air is coming into that particular room, and they can try to stay warm that way, because people really did suffer in that 2021 storm that came through Texas. They were not prepared. And you got to think, your pipes may break. Now you're dealing with a water issue in your home. Now you're dealing with mold, and it just escalates, and it just goes on and on. So I wanted to just remind you guys to keep preparing, keep thinking of ways that you can have backup power. I know solar generators, I did a video on that. I have done a couple of videos on that, sponsored by that company, and I understand it's not very affordable for a lot of people, but if you can maybe, you know, get a gas powered one also, or just that one, that is fine as well, because you can find some for maybe $300 to $500 or whatever. And sometimes you can go on Facebook Marketplace. People are, you know, getting rid of theirs for whatever reason. I would never get rid of one, but that's just something to think about as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, let me know what you think down in the comments. We do not want to be in the dark, but that is what is happening until they fix our power.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?